Hello, it's a lovely Sunday morning in the middle of July here at the allotment, and we thought we'd give you a little update and show you our successes and our failures. Also, hopefully there's going to be a little bit of a potato reveal, and if there's any energy left after that, I might replant the potato border, but we'll show you all that as we go along. This is the potatoes that we want to take up today. It's my second earlies. They were Charlottes. I didn't do these last year, so I think they're a very popular one to do, and everybody does them, and they're supposed to be really nice. I did dig one plant out a couple of days ago just to have a look. We tried them for tea and they were lovely. I think I could leave them for a little bit longer, but I want to get this border replanted before it's too late. And the foliage is starting to die back. It's all speckled and it's wilting down, so I think now's a good time. So we'll get on with that. I think I'll put him at the digging end of the spade, and we'll show you what we'll get. Here we go. It's always very exciting when you dig up your potatoes because you never know what you're going to get. I've got every confidence that these are going to be alright though. Famous last words.
Try and lift the whole plant, will I?
Yeah, you can.
I see potatoes. I'll go in here.
After we've dug all these up, we're going to really try and have a good going over the border to make sure we've got everything, because we thought we'd done that last year, but we've got masses of like volunteer potatoes coming up everywhere that we had with potatoes last year. We've obviously missed loads.
Yay!
Yay! Aye.
I wonder if I should get my trowel, maybe try it with that.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Potatoes. Right, I'll get my trowel. Are we on?
Yeah.
Not finding anything else, mind you. That might be it for that. You always miss some though. I'll try it again with a fork just to in case they're a wee bit deeper. I don't think there's anything else in there. There's no more potatoes. I can go on to the next one.
Let's have a look and see what we've got off that first plant then.
Right, we've got 1, 2, can you see them?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 tiny ones, 8, 9, 10 potatoes.
That's alright, off one little plant. I'm happy with that.
Right, okay.
Right, on we go. Way, look at that. Oh, loads on that one.
Oh, plenty there. Look at that, eh? Superb.
That's what you like to see.
There's one down there, two down there. Hey.
So that's us, we've dug up 3/4 of the potatoes, but I was noticing as the rows were coming down this way, the potatoes got a bit smaller, that second last row. It's because we've got this fence up between the allotments, and earlier in the season that casts a lot of shadow, and these plants that are nearer the fence and they stay in that shadow, they came up much later. And when I've looked, this last row of potatoes, the foliage is still looking good and fine, so we're going to just leave this row in for another couple of weeks, let them grow on a bit more, and then we'll dig them up. So I'll show you how much we got from the 3/4. Okay, so there we go, that's what we got. I'm pretty pleased with that. Lovely big mountain of potatoes and more to come. Plus we've got all the seed potatoes, like volunteer ones that have sprung up all over the garden. Well, they don't look ready to come up yet. I'll be interested to see what we'll get from them. We've got them to dig up yet, so we're well supplied for now with potatoes. Oops. So what we're doing now is I want to replant that potato area, and we've just got some bags of topsoil. We're going to pop a few on there just to augment the soil a little bit. I'll see what else I've got. Maybe I'll see if some of my compost is ready, just to help the new things to grow. I'll show you after this what I've got to put in next. None of it looks very healthy, I have to admit. I'm having a bit of trouble this year getting stuff to grow well, but we'll see.
There. One more, I think, there.
Yeah. We'll just rake that out.
It's nice, that soil, isn't it?
It is nice and fine, and get that bed ready. So I've raked out the topsoil. My compost isn't quite ready yet to put on there, so I haven't really got a lot to feed the soil with, but I've got this box of bone meal. I'm going to put a good spreading of that on and rake it in, and that's going to help all the little seedlings that I put in. It helps them to root down, so I'm going to do that now. Smelly stuff, it's not very nice. There we go. So this is what I've got to go into that old potato bed. None of this stuff is that great and I'm not that happy with it, but it's all I've got, so this is what I'm going to use. This one I've got beetroot, that's some parsnips, there's Swedes and some fennel there. That's kohlrabi, but I'm not going to put that in because I just harvested some. It's the first time we've had it and it's horrid stuff. That's some more beetroot there and some more fennel. This is golden purslane. It's you can use it as a salad leaf. It's all gone very leggy in there. I'll try that. We've never eaten that before, but it's a nice alternative to lettuce. This one here is quite interesting. This is a red spinach. It's called orak or orach. It looks so pretty when the sun shines through it, and it looks beautiful in a salad. I've grown a few bits of this. Doesn't have much of a flavour, but it's lovely to look at. More beetroot, more fennel, more Swedes. That's all I've got really. And then here I've got flowers. I've got a whole pile of nasturtiums. They're desperate to go in, and a whole pile of calendula. That's some fennel there. This one is borage. These are all things I've never grown before. Borage. Now the issue is I don't know whether that's a perennial or an annual, so I'm not quite sure what to do with that. and I've got some sorrel, which is perennial, and lovage, which I believe is perennial. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them yet. They are all for my salads, really, so that you can have a few extra flavours in your salad rather than just lettuce. And if I get stuck, that's a couple of scabby little squash plants, which I don't suppose will come to anything, but I can always push them in if I run out of plants. I'm putting some Florence fennel in here. It's such a pretty thing. It grows really tall, about 1 metre tall or so, and just is worth planting just for the prettiness value, I think. Okay, so that's me replanted now. I put in about 3 rows of fennel and about 3 or 4 rows of beetroot, some parsnips, borage, the red spinach, purslane. None of it looks very healthy or strong, but we'll see how it goes now it's in the ground. Once we get these potatoes up, I've got some green cabbage to go in there. So hopefully we'll get another lot of food out of this border in another 3 months or something.